Hey, how's it going? Kenny here, and welcome back to the Austrian Adventure. And up in today's episode, we have games away to Leverkusen and at home to Admira, Wacker, Modling. So first of all, we've got Bayer Leverkusen away from home in the final Champions League group game. And all we need is a draw here, and we will qualify for the first knockout round. And that would be absolutely fantastic, of course. Only a draw will see us go through to the first knockout round, of course, and a win, obviously. But if we lose the game, then we are out, unfortunately, due to the results between teams there. So hopefully we can get draw the way to Bayer Leverkusen. It would be very nice if we could. But even if we don't, we should be going in through to the Europa League, at least in third place, of course, unless Dinamo Kiev beat Barcelona, which is highly unlikely. So we're guaranteed to be continuing the European football after this game, in my opinion, but it would be very nice to go through to the Champions League first knockout round, wouldn't it? I don't know what the actual finances are if we get through to the Champions League first knockout round. Let's check here. What does it say? Well, it says prize money per win, of course, 2.39 million. Doesn't really say. How about first knockout round here? Well, yeah, look at that. Round appearance money is 8.2 million just for featuring in the first knockout round. So it'll be a big deal for us financially as well, although finances are going really, really well here currently. And talking of the finances, well, the chairman came to me about a week ago in game, and he asked me if I wanted the wage budget increased. As a sane human, I said yes, of course. But I wasn't expecting him to do what he did. He basically doubled the wage budget from 205k to 400k, which was quite insane, to be honest. And what did I do after that? Well, I signed a player, and I signed a very, very, very exciting player. He doesn't join, obviously, until the transfer window opens on 1st of January. He's arguably, well, I couldn't say he's the biggest Austrian prospect, of course, who, you know, he likes of Tom Dieter we've sold, obviously El Shiri, players like that, but he is up there with one of the biggest prospects in Austria. Florian Alexander will join us from Lask for 12 million on the 1st of January. He hasn't got a cap for Austria yet. He's got 20 under 21 caps, and 3 and 21 goals. And if you just look at him, he's pretty darn good. He's just earned 18th and 17th of July. He's got 16 aggression, 19 bravery, 18 teamwork, 17 work rate. He's very good physically as well. Taking into consideration he's only 18. Physically, he's going to get much better. Yes, he's another ball-winning midfielder type. Do we need any more of them? Well, on the face of it, no. But when you get a player like this pop up who's interested in joining you, he had lots of big teams after him as well. I can't remember off the top of my head, but about 10 or 11 teams were after Alexander. We swooped in early and we got him, so that's great. Unfortunately, when he joins us, he's going to have an £18 million minimum fee release clause, which is a little bit disappointing, but there's nothing we could have done about that. Albeit though, we do sell him for 18 million. We'll make a £6 million profit on him, so that'll be something, I guess. Hopefully we can get rid of that very soon. But yeah, 18 years of age, Alexander will be joining us in January along with Babic. So centre midfield is going to look a lot better in January, which I'm very, very happy about, to be honest. As I say, he just looks amazing, doesn't he? Absolutely amazing. I don't think it'll be long before he gets his first Austrian cap. And well, he's had pretty much a full season this season with Lask. He had a full season last season, and he had almost a full season the season before that. So he's a very, very experienced player, despite his young age. And also, he's very versatile as well. You see, he can play right back, which probably wouldn't use him as a right back because he's left-footed. I don't really like using left footers on the right or right footers on the left in terms of fullbacks at least. He's going to come in as a ball midfielder, of course, centre DM or centre mid, but he can also play as a box to box if need be. He's not too bad going forward, let's be honest. He can play left wing back as well and left midfield as well. Left midfield, we don't play left midfielders anyway, but as a winger type, don't see him as a winger type, to be honest. But a left back is possible down the line, seeing what happens with El Shiri or Durast, of course. He can't play left back, obviously, because he's so versatile. We'll be able to train him as a left back quite easily, I should imagine. But right now, I see him as our ball midfielder, to be honest, to go along with Oliveira. Two great ball midfielders, Alexander and Oliveira, both 18 as well. Babbage is coming through as well. But yeah, all these players can play as a box-to-box midfield as well if need be. So very, very happy to get Alexander in. And of course, Babic will be joining us on the 1st of January as well. I actually haven't compared Alexander and Babic. I can compare them now. Yeah, Alexander is better than Babic, of course. But Babic is better at defending an area. You'd argue the case that Babic would be a more suitable ball midfielder and Alexander would be more of a box-to-box type. Because Alexander is actually quite decent going forward. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. In terms of the team, what I'll do between Babic, Alexander and Oliveira. But it's very exciting the fact that we've got all three now, and I'm very much looking for, obviously 12 million is a new record signing as well, but I don't see anything wrong with it, to be honest. There's no way he's not going to be worth 12 million for us if he keeps going on the trajectory he's going on. And if we do sell him, we're going to sell him for £18 million, which is minimum fee release clause. So it's a win-win situation in my eyes, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing what he can do. Anyway, in terms of the recent results, it's been going quite well. Not amazingly well, though. We beat SV Ried 3-0 in the next game. Chukwemeka, Beck and Damaku on the score sheet there. We then beat Austria Klagenfurt 5-0 away, which is very nice. Louis Barry with a hat-trick in this game. He's been really good this season, actually, Barry. They had an own goal in this game as well, which was rather comical. And a Beck goal as well just a minute later. Actually, you know what? I need to show you that own goal because it's too comical not to show, basically. I have no idea what happened here. It was rather funny, though. So this is the own goal. It's out of absolutely nowhere as well. It's just very, very bizarre. Very, very bizarre. Here's us with the ball right now. Damaku into Barry. And then, there you go. Jopic. Oh. Jopic forgot that he was a defender. He doesn't play for Austria Vienna. And he just kicked it into the back of the net. Yeah, it was rather comical when it happened, but not that really it made any difference to the game. It was only 3-0 at that point. Anyway, after that game, though, we played Barcelona at home. And you know what? It's very disappointing we lost the game. We lost 3-2 at home to Barcelona, but we were arguably the better team in this game. We went 1-0 down for a Neves penalty. Then went 2-0 down through Pedri. But Grill and Ristinic made it 2-2, which we thoroughly deserved, by the way. But then Pedri popped up with a goal in the 89th minute to win the game 3-2. Fruchtel didn't have a great game in this game, it has to be said. Didn't have a great game against Rapid Vienna either. We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, you'd argue the case we're the better team in the game. We had 17 shots, 7 on target. They had 10 shots and 5 on target. They had a higher XG than us, but of course they had a penalty. So yeah, you could argue the case we could have won the game. We also had a goal disallowed in the 96th minute, which I forgot about. It was offside, to be fair. But yeah, it's disappointing, but also it doesn't make too much difference if we lost or drew the game in terms of the Champions League outcome. Because if we would have drew the game, if we lose to Bayer Leverkusen today anyway, we'll finish in 3rd place or 4th place, depending on what Dynamo Kiev do because of the results between teams we have. So a draw a loss to Barcelona would not make any sort of difference to the outcome of the Champions League here. So it's all right in that regard, but saying that, it's all about pride as well. And the fact that we did quite well and we could have won the game, it was disappointing to lose there. But anyway, we'll move on. The next game, though, was even more disappointing as well, to be honest. We drew at home to Rapid Vienna 2-2. Very disappointing. We went 1-0 up through Shuranov. They paid us back to 1-1, despite that was their first shot in the game, by the way. And Shuranov made it 2-1. Then they paid us back again through Kitiashvili to make it 2-2, which was very disappointing. Again, by far the better team. 17 shots, 6 on target, 2.78 XG. Deserved the win there. Fruchtel again let us down in this game with a 6.4. Very, very poor. He's been poor the last 3 games, actually. You see there, we conceded 8 goals in the last 3 games. Before that, we had 4 clean sheets in a row. So, got a little bit iffy in the last 3 games. We did win the last game, however, though, against Tyrol. Of course, there's a little bit of problems this season, has to be said. We lost 3-2 at home to Tyrol, of course. And we only beat them 4-3 away from home. So, conceded, 6 goals to them in 2 games, which is very disappointing. We did win the game, though. That is something, at least. Chukwemeka scored the first goal. Warner made it 1-1. We then went 3-1 up through Satriano. They pegged it back to make it 3-2. Then they made it 3-3. But Satriano completed his hat-trick to win the game 4-3, which was nice, of course. But yeah, dodgy in recent times. Conceding 8 goals in 3 games. So, a little bit nervous about this Bayer Leverkusen game here. As I said, if we draw the game, we will finish in 2nd place. No matter what Dynamo Kiev do, actually, now we're looking at this, because we've got better results between teams than Dynamo Kiev. So even though they did beat Barcelona, we're guaranteed to finish in 2nd place because of results between teams. So, a draw guarantees 2nd place. A loss does not guarantee 3rd place, of course, depending on what Dynamo Kiev do. But as I said, it's very unlikely Dynamo Kiev will beat Barcelona. If they draw to Barcelona, even if we lose, we're guaranteed 3rd place. But we don't come here for 3rd place. We come here for 2nd place. That is what we want. Let's get to the first game. Away to Bayer Leverkusen. Be very hard. We had a great game against Bayer Leverkusen last season. Actually, an episode as well. We lost 4-3 after extra time, and we lost on penalties in the Europa League. So, although I do hope for a similar sort of great game, hopefully we just get a draw and go through. And this is the team for today's game. We've got Fruchtel in goal, Brinkman right back, El Shibi left back, Mai and Gutierrez centre backs, and we've got Grill, Oliveira and Damaku in midfield. Barry on the right, Ristinic on the left, and Shuranov up front. So it's a bit of a toss-up here today to play with Satriano or Shuranov. Shuranov's the top goal scorer in the Champions League, still firing. He's got 20 goals this season already, but Satriano's got a hat-trick in the last game with 13 goals. And I was also thinking about putting Shuranov on the right, playing Satriano up front, but then Louis Barry and Ristinic are playing really well as well. So Satriano should put himself very hard done by. He's not starting in this game here today. But it is what it is. It's when you have great players all playing well. One of them had to miss out. Also, terrible news is George Teagle is injured currently. He's out for another 6 days to 2 weeks of pulled knee ligament, so he has to play Brinkman at right back. But of course, Brinkman is still a very a very, very good right back, so shouldn't be too bad, but Tegel is just absolutely exceptional for us. Anyway, Bayer Leverkusen away from home. Can we qualify for the Champions League first knockout round? Well, let's find out. Well, last season, Lucas Meyer got a hat-trick in this stadium. Can he do a similar thing here today? Well, we shall see. Please remember, guys, to hit that like button if you like this video. And also hit that subscribe button as well. It really helped me out. And he much appreciated as well. So, 15 minutes in here, we got our first highlight of the game. Oh my word, sure enough, bearing down on goal there. Here's Brinkman in for Tegel. Tegel been injured for the last 2 games, I believe. Here's Patrick Grill. Hold on. He's got a score. Oh my word. How has he headed it over from 3 yards? Was it even 3 yards? Was it a yard? Oh my word. Should be 1-0. Should be 1-0 right now. We are dominating these early stages though. We had to have a shot on target. But we are dominating the early stages here. Barcelona have already beaten Dinamo Kiev 3-0. So I think it's safe to say we're guaranteed Europa League football. This first half is racing by here. Also, I'm extremely nervous about Gutierrez leaving in January, to be honest. He doesn't want to sign a new contract now after the previous talks broke down after I walked away. And Man United are sniffing after him hard. So, yeah, very nervous about that. Anyway, Ristinic, second bite of the cherry. Ristinic could have got 2 goals. And, well, he should have scored at least one of them. Barcelona absolutely destroying Dinamo Kiev, by the way. 4-0 now. Bayer Leverkusen, we yet to see anything from them in the game. Here's Kretschmar in goal. Last season was Herdecki in goal, and he had a couple of howlers, it has to be said. So, don't like the fact that he's not in goal anymore. Anyway, it's the first time we've seen Leverkusen. Here's Zamora. I do worry about giving away a penalty here. No, don't. Oh my word. That was a strange headed effort, but hit the bar, almost went in. Well, the first half with a better team there, but it's still 0-0. Anyway, I say it's still 0-0. It ends 0-0 and good. Finishing second place, so shouldn't complain, really. Well, the 2 centre-backs are playing really well in this game. Meyer and Gutierrez, they've struck up a very nice partnership. As I said, losing Dietl's not a disaster with Gutierrez, but we lose Gutierrez as well, then it is a disaster. It's a disaster, a complete disaster. El Shiwi and Brinkman are not having good games, though. Louis Barry's apprehensive, not playing too well. So you know what? I'm going to bring on Satriano, put Shuranov on the right, and I'm going to take El Shiwi off as well, and bring on young Duras. Duras has got PSG after him again, but it doesn't make any sense to sell Duras to PSG. So you're not got a minimum fee release clause. He's not moaning very hard about leaving, and the money we'd get from him is just ridiculous. So there's no interest in selling Duras to be honest. As you see there, he's worth 350k to 101.6 million. What is the point? There is no point in selling him whatsoever. He's one of our PSG and Sturm Graz, so yeah, he's not for sale any price. Not got a minimum fee release clause. He's not going mental about leaving, so yeah, PSG can just clear off basically. Not until he's worth something a lot, much more than that, then maybe we consider it. But at that sort of price, no chance, no chance in hell. Anyway, final change of the game here. I think we'll take off Shuranov. He had the best game today with 6.5 there. We'll bring on Stefan Beck. But only 20 minutes to go. If it stays 0-0, we will qualify for the first knockout round. If Leverkusen score, though, then it could be curtains for us. But if we score, they need to score 2 goals. Here's Durast. Heavy first touch, but he keeps the ball. Here's Satriano to Ristinic. Here's Durast. Oh, Ristinic blocked off there. Scalvini, very high potential centre-back, I believe, playing for Atlanta. What's he playing for Leverkusen here? Here's Amiri. Back to Scalvini. Here's Lawrence. No danger to us here. I like him passing the ball around here. It's fine. Here's Hinkerpie. That's a strange name. Hinkerpie. Sounds a bit like a Pokemon, doesn't it? Hinkerpie. Anyway. Oh, no. Oh, goodness. Oh, dear. Is Patrick Schick going to ruin the part? How is that allowed to go in, though? How is that allowed to go in? Fructal hasn't even dived. You know what? He's been very, very... Now he's stretching his arm, stretching his arm. I couldn't dive. My arm's injured. What is he doing there? What's he doing? He just... Oh, you know what? He's been very, very iffy lately. Very, very iffy. And this would be criminal we lose this game, to be honest. I'll put Grill forward. Oh, dear. Well, I said, at least we're guaranteed some more European football, but this would be disappointing, to be honest. We don't really deserve to be knocked out of the Champions League. The way that Dinamo Kiev have been performing, the way that Bayer Leverkusen have been performing, this would be a disaster. Got now 2-0 is game over. I don't know how it's not 2-0. I don't know how it's not 2-0 right now. There's like 18 players in front of Fruchtel's way there. Now he is starting to get my nerves a little bit. He might have to be dropped very soon. That's why I brought in that backup goalkeeper. Hold on. Damaku's turned out to be quite a goal scorer recently. Damaku! Get in. What a strike from Damaku. As a box-to-box midfielder, he is flying. Get in. What a strike. What's happened there? He's lobbed him with like some sort of specialist volley. What is that all about? Look at this. Damaku. Oh. What on earth is that? Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Right, let's take attacking off. I'll tell you that much. Okay, we've gone back to our normal style here. 5 minutes to go. And we'll qualify for the first knockout round. But unfortunately for us, Leverkusen got a dangerous free kick here. That all seemed a bit too easy, didn't it? Is that off? I really hope it's offside. I really hope and pray that's offside. Don't tell me we've been done by that, like that. Oh, thank goodness for that. Thank goodness for that. That'd be ridiculous. He just passed in there. He's standing offside, thank God. He just absolutely smashed it. Surprised someone didn't die the way he hit that shot, to be honest. Oh my word. Minute and a half to go, real time. Back on the highlight again. They've won the ball back again. They want to qualify as well, don't they? Of course they do. Why do they not want to? 8.2 million we'll get. We qualify that from here. That's a lot of money. What are you... Who is that? Are you going to make any sort of attempt to tackle him there? What are you doing? What on earth? You might be offside again, but what are you doing? Who's number 6? I think that's Grill. He was absolutely terrible there. That is Grill. What was he doing there? You know what? He's going to be onside. I can't see him having 2 goals disallowed in a matter of 5 minutes. Just logic for me. It's given. It's given. Oh my word, I can't believe it. We have dodged a massive bullet here. We have dodged a massive bullet here. Let's go defensive. 4 minutes to go. We're back on the highlight immediately. I've gone defensive here. Will we hold on? I'm starting to get really worried now Satriano's get the ball away because we've had 2 disallowed goals in the last 10 minutes. We really have crumbled here late on against Leverkusen. And Patrick Schick has given us an absolute run around here. We're not going to score. Surely not. Surely not. Oh, for good. You know what? We don't deserve. We don't deserve to go through to the first knockout round after this pathetic display in the last 10 minutes here. Absolutely atrocious. And this guy here is an absolute joke. Absolute joke for the last 4 games. Pathetic. Well, we've gone very attacking now, very direct. Just got to score a goal here, but this is ridiculous. The way we've crumbled the last 10 minutes here has been an absolute joke. Absolutely shameful. We don't deserve to go through after what's just happened here. It's pathetic. Absolutely atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. Conceded 3 goals in the last, 5 minutes actually. Less than 5 minutes. 2 of them disallowed. Back on the highlight again. This would be our only chance to score here. Here's Satriano. Will he keep the ball this time? Will he give it away again? He passed it back to Rast. He's just... What is wrong with you boys? Oh, here we go. It's game over now. Crumbled completely here. Oh. Probably should be game over really, but it looks like it's like... Goodness sake. Look at the state of that. 3 goals conceded in the last 4 minutes there. What an absolute joke. 2 of them disallowed, 1 of them given. Fruchtel, 6.4. You're out of the team for the next game, pal. That's shocking. Absolutely shocking. Well, it's Europa League football for us. Just to show you guys about the terms of difference between prize money between the Europa League and the Champions League. Because obviously we finished in 3rd place there, which is shocking, really. It's not shocking the fact that we finished 3rd, of course, because of the group we're in. It's because of the performances, really. We could have beat Dynamo Kiev away. We had 3 minutes to go against Leverkusen there. We conceded 3 goals in 4 minutes there. 2 of them disallowed, but it's just shocking. But anyway, about the Champions League. Just for qualifying for the first knockout round, we received 8.2 million. Obviously, we would have been knocked out in the first knockout round, of course. But playing in the Europa League first knockout round is 428k. It's at 8.2 million. So it's a big old difference, really, isn't it? Big old difference. Second knockout round, 1 million. Quarter final, 1.5 million. Semi final, 2.39 million. and final. Just qualifying for the Champions League first knockout round, you get more money than that than winning the Europa League. So obviously you get more money actually because obviously of all the money you accumulate over that point. But in terms of winning the Europa League, you get technically less money than you do qualifying for the first knockout round of the Champions League. So it's a big old difference, and it's rather annoying actually because we could have got qualified quite easily there. But anyway, we didn't. We move on. In terms of the Europa League first knockout round draw, when will that take place? When their game's taking place? Thursday the 12th. That is, that's in 2 days' time, isn't it? Are they all playing there? Seems like it. So yeah, I'm not sure when the Europa League draw will take place, but I think it will take place in this episode, so look out for that. But anyway, guys, make sure you stick around. We've got the final game before the winter break coming up at home to Admira, Wacker, Modling. Can we go out in style? Well, let's find out. Okay, here we are. It's time for the final game before the winter break at home to local rivals Admira, Wacker, Modling. I did do some research about Admira, Wacker, Modling, and I believe Modling, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, Austrians, but Modling is basically a suburb of Vienna, located like 5 or 10 miles away, and they're basically like a Vienna team, so they are a local rival, but clearly we are the better team here. We should be winning this game very comfortably. In terms of the league table, I've got to show you that we are still top of the league by 3 points over Salzburg, but they have a game in hand over us against Altach. When we actually drew at home to Rapid Vienna, it didn't affect things too much because Salzburg dropped points at home to WSG Tirol, and they actually scored in the last minute to get a draw there. So even though we drew at home to Rapid Vienna, we still remain top of the league. And we went top of the league by goal difference, unless Salzburg beat Altach 15-0, which I highly doubt. Look at the bottom of the table, though, this season. Klagenfurt with 1 point from this first 17 games. Oh, my word. It's similar to last season. I can't remember who was it last season. Yeah, Austria Lustre, they had 4 points at the regular season. They won a game. They beat Hartberg 2-0 at home. They did get relegated, of course. And this season, Klagenfurt with no wins, 1 draw, and 16 losses. Well, the team who finishes bottom normally gets destroyed. Well, they have done the last 2 seasons. Anyway, enough talk of that because it's not important. Let's get to this game at home to Admira, Wacker, Modling. We should be winning this game, and it's the final game before the winter break, of course. Well, I've been moaning about Frucht all the last 4 games, as you see there. It's been very poor. You haven't played some big teams, but still, no excuses for this. 6.2 against Barcelona, 6.4 against Rapid Vienna, 6.7 against Tirol, and a 6.4 against Bayer Leverkusen. So he is out the team. I'm teaching him a lesson. It's the only final game before the winter break anyway. Blaswich back in. Not match fit at all. It hasn't been that impressive in some games, it has to be said, but give him a chance nonetheless. That's why I brought him in when Fruchter was off the boil. Blaswich will come in for him. And in terms of other changes here, Letner comes in for Gutierrez, who is slightly jaded, it has to be said. Also, Chukwemeka comes back in the team in place of Oliveira, and then Damakin moves back as a ball midfielder, and Grill as a box-to-box. And also Satriano comes in for Shuranov. So Admira, Wacker, Modling at home. Can we win our final game before the winter break? Well, let's find out. Well, first highlight of the game here, and Chukwemeka's won back the ball. He passed it to Brinkman. Now here's Damaku. I do like it to box-to-box now, to be honest. Especially all these ball midfielders I'm signing. I don't want to play him as a box-to-box. Him and Grill as the box-to-box. But Oliveira's been poor recently and he needs a rest. Anyway, here's Chukwemeka into Ristanic. Couldn't score a header in the last game. He hits a bar this time around, though. Also, the Europa League draw does take place after this game, I believe. It says it does, so we'll see who we get in the first knockaround as well. Of course, we got knocked down in the first knockaround last season in the Europa League to Leverkusen, the team we just lost to. So hopefully we get more of a favourable draw this time around. 10 minutes in, it's been a very lively start to the match. Letner with the goal kick. I'm pretty sure he's not of any relation to our Letner. Satriano loses it very easily, but we get it back, and here's Barry, who releases Satriano. Lovely pass, got a score. Oh, what a finish. What a finish. We're blessed with our strikers this season. Satriano and Shuranov are both firing, and it's very hard to pick between the two. Very hard indeed. Brilliant strike from Satriano. That brilliant pass from Barry as well. He's been great this season, Louis Barry. Been really good. Obviously, his 3rd season in a row on loan with us. Almost like a permanent transfer. Lovely pass to Satriano. He just absolutely smashed it in the back of the net there. Our goal difference is exceptional this season as well. Plus 30. It's strange to say that our goal difference is plus 15 better than Salzburg's. It shouldn't be, but it is. Scoring lots of goals this season. Even when we lost to Tirol, we scored 2 goals. We scored 4 goals against Tirol. We scored 5 against Klagenfurt. We just keep scoring for fun this season. As I said, most of that is down to Satriano and Shuranov, to be honest. Anyway, 30 minutes into this game. We've only had 1 shot on target in the match so far, and that was the goal, of course. Not dominating the game here, but what a strike. Louis Barry with a free kick that is miles out. was like 35 yards out. I was not expecting that to go in the back of there in a million years. Never. They always shoot from there, but they never score. Never. Maybe 1 in 100. So, I'm guessing that was the 1 in 100 there. Look how far out he is. How's he scored from there? Off the bar. What a strike that is. James Ward-Prowse-like. Louis Barry, as I said, he's been absolutely brilliant this season. Back in the highlight game. We're 2-0 up now. Got a strong lead here. Here's Brinkman into Satriano to Chukwuemeka. Here's Damaku to Satriano again. To Ristinic to make it 3-0 before half time. No, good save from the keeper. I did say before in the last episode, the episode before, when we played Admira Wacker Modling away from home, they have quite a decent stadium, not a terrible stadium. I'm not joking with you when I say that half the stadium is filled with Austria Vienna fans. We've just got so much allocated seats. But we have not repaid the favour here. Admira Wacker Modling got a tiny little corner there, as normal way fans do. But in terms of us, it's almost that much. So about half the stadium, no joke. So I don't know what's going on there, to be honest. Seems like the Admira Wacker Modling fans, or the Admira Wacker Modling hierarchy, love us a lot more than we love them. But anyway, not important. Great first half. We're winning the game 2-0. But not game over yet. We need a third goal, fourth goal, kill them off completely. Ristinic with a throw in here. 5 minutes into the second half. Satriano looked like he was going to go for the header, but then he gave up. Back to Ristinic, though. And pass it to Maku. And for some reason, pass all the way back to Blaswich. In for Fruchtel today. Hasn't had much to do today, let's be honest. You can't really judge them too much on today's performance. But anyway, here's Chukwuemeka. Satriano for his second goal of the game. Did everything right there. Just wasn't a powerful enough shot, to be honest. Got a corner out of it, though. He's taking a corner about Teagle here these days. Barry. Well, not these days. He's injured currently. Aiming for Letner. Letner's got a lot of teams after him as well, but he hasn't got minimum fee release clause, and he hasn't got a big team after him either. Just, I wouldn't say average teams, but no big club after him. So hopefully we can fend off their interest there. Letner, of course, is not as big of a prospect as Gutierrez and Beetle, but he's still a big prospect. He's still got a great centre-back, great future, hopefully, with us, hopefully. Well, Damaku's on a yellow card and he's tired, so we take him off. We'll bring on Oliveira, and I'll take off Ristinic as well, and we'll bring on... I'll bring on young Beck for him. And put Barry on the left, Beck on the right. Barry can play it just as good on the left or the right. Probably just better on left, to be honest. But we've got Ristinic there these days, of course. Ristinic, by the way, has got 5 caps for Austria now. And 2 goals as well. So he's a long stay in the Austria national team. El Shiwi got 1 cap. Still only has 1 cap. He's not been called up for the first team again. Obviously, Dietel was, but he's left us. So Ristinic is our only one who's a regular in the Austria national team currently. Which is great to see. But I'm sure we get more. I'm sure we get more down the line. Anyway, El Shiwi crosses it in. Satriano for his second goal, and then he heads over the bar. You know what? I think it's time for Shuranov to come on in place of Satriano. Got a good rotation between those two this season. Very good rotation. Anyway, long throw opportunity here. Brinkman throws it in into Shuranov, who heads it back to Brinkman. There's Chukwuemeka. Brinkman. Chukwuemeka again. Oliveira. What a strike that was. What a strike. Just over the bar, though. Well, 15 minutes to go. I don't think there's any danger of us losing or drawing the game here, to be honest. They've had 1 shot in the game so far, so I think we're safe. But a third goal would be very nice, just to kill them off completely. Lucas Meyer with a demanding header there. Or commanding header, shall I say. Here's Chukwuemeka. Into Shuranov. Beck. Shuranov, got to score. Does score. Get in. 22nd goal of the season from Shuranov. What a player. What a player this season he's been. He was, I signed him the first 1.5 seasons. He didn't look prolific at all, but last season he was quite prolific. This season he's, very prolific. Very prolific, to tell you the truth. And, it turns out we didn't really need Satriano, but I'm very glad we signed him nonetheless, because he looks like a very good player as well. So that is great. 2 great strikers up front. Absolutely brilliant. Well, 7 minutes to go here. I did ask if we can go out in style before the winter break, and it looks like we are. And hopefully the goals aren't done yet. Brinkman throws it into Beck. Can he get on the act as well? Beck! Oh, lovely effort. Just wide, though. Just wide. Yeah, dominated this game. 3 more goals scored today. Salzburg are beating Last 2-1. So they should be winning their game as well. It's going to be quite a thrilling title race again. Unless Salzburg completely capitulate in the championship group again. Rapid Vienna are a bit far behind, I think. Check it out on that. I haven't really focused anything below the top 2, to be honest. Right, Blaswich for a long clearance there. Here's Louis Barry. If he gets there, he does get there. He chests it. Into Grill. Shoot! Shoot, Grill! Or not. Barry! No, Grill! Oh. Almost a fourth goal, but, well, 30 seconds to go. Can we add a late fourth goal here? Barry with a corner. Letner. Sure enough, hits the post. Well, it's 3-0, but it could be about 6 or 7, to be honest. Had so many chances here, but anyway, we'll take it. 3-0 win. Happy days. It's not like we need to really boost the goal difference too much, as it's already a lot. Well, +3 here today, and we've gained another +2 in Salzburg, I think. So that boosted it, despite not scoring 6 or 7. Well, sure enough, to Beck. No, game over. Well, not game over. Game finished. Look at that. Look at the team performance there. Everyone in the green today. Blaswich with a 7.4, so he did well today. Of course, he only made one save, but he did make a save. Well, just everyone in the green. What performance. Ristic with a 6.9. Damaka with a 6.8. Great way to end off the first half of the season here. So against our local rivals as well. Vienna and Modling are very, very close together, apparently. But yeah, after that game, this is the final league table before the winter break. Only 4 games to go before the championship group begins, of course. As I said, Rapid Vienna are a bit far behind, but saying that when the season's over, the points are halved. So if it remains as it is, they'll be 5 points behind us. So that's definitely enough to see him win the league for sure. And Lask as well, 36 points as well. So that's, well, good for them. Sturm Graz might be in the championship group for the first time in the series, which is very surprising to say. Who are we missing here? Wolfsburg, that's it. Wolfsburg are down in 7th place, so yet to be seen. It'll be the final team there. Could be, well, one of 5 teams, really. But anyway, that's not important. We're going to the winter break, top of the league, of course. But the Europa League draw is coming up next. The first knockout round. Who will we get in the first knockout round? Will we avoid a big team? Well, let's find out. Okay, here we go. The Europa League first knockout round draw. Just look at some of the teams in here. Well, the big teams, we've got Atletico Madrid, Ajax, Arsenal, Salzburg as well. Wouldn't mind having them, to be honest. I know it'd be very tricky, but wouldn't mind having them. Lazio, Hoffenheim offered us a job. Offered me a job interview, sorry. Sevilla, we've got Marseille, Sporting Lisbon, Villarreal. But the teams that I'd like to get, well, St. Gallen, give me them, please. Yes, please. Slavia Prague, also very much a yes, please. FC Utrecht, yes, please. Apoel, yes, please. Club Brugge, yes, please. So there's some favourable draws we can get in here, but also some very unfavourable draws, such as Atletico Madrid, Arsenal, Ajax, even Sevilla, Villarreal. So it's a big difference between the clubs here. Also, forgot to mention, our under 19 team are still in the Champions League, so let's see if they can go on and win it. But us, we're in the Europa League. Let's go for it. Automatic draw. Who are we going to get? Come on, not a big team again. We got Leverkusen last season, which obviously there's some worse teams to get in Leverkusen, but there's always going to be favourites, won't there? Club Brugge, I'll take them. They get Salzburg. I won't take them. I don't want them. Ooh, oh, that's a tasty draw, isn't it? Marseille, would have them, to be honest. Give me them. Give me them. No, look at that. Take away FC. Oh, here we are. I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that. Very, very happy with that. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Slavia Prague. Happy days. Happy days. Well, I expect us to get through that quite comfortably, to be honest. I expect us to get through Slavia Prague very, very comfortably. I'm not going to lie to you. In terms of the next episode, well, depending on what happens in the first leg. So, if we beat Slavia Prague very comfortably in the first leg, 4-0, 5-0, 3-0, whatever, then I won't bother featuring the second leg, because I think it's safe to say we'll go through to the second knockout round. And if we don't beat Slavia Prague very comfortably, then I think I'll feature the away to Slavia Prague game and the Salzburg away game in that episode. That's definitely an option. If not, if we get through Slavia Prague very easily in the home game, then I think I'll bring you back just when the championship group starts, to be honest. Obviously, there's only, 7 games to play before the championship group starts, and only 4 in the league. So, yeah, depending on what happens in that first leg there, I'll bring you back for Slavia Prague and Salzburg. If we dominate Slavia Prague in the first leg, I think I'll bring you back for the start of the championship group. But anyway, guys, that's it for this episode. When you do come back, you will see 2 new players for us, of course. 2 new very exciting 18-year-olds in Babic and Alexander. I can't wait for that. I've got a winter break now. And, yeah, hopefully we can sign another player. We shall see. We've got a lot of wage budget left and also some money left. So we shall see about that. But, yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. Please remember to hit that like button if you like the video. And also hit that subscribe button, please, guys. It really helped me out. And you much appreciated as well. Thanks again for watching. And I'll see you for the next one.